The man threw his cigarette into the trash can and tried to use the fax machine. The secretary saw the fire and quickly got up to put it out. He rushed in to send the fax. It was a contract that could change his fate, even the fate of a country. He sent it to Japan. A man heard the sound of the fax machine. When he read the contract, he saw hope, and it all started with a game, Tetris. In 1984, a Soviet mathematician created a game that became famous around the world, Tetris. It spread quickly across the Soviet Union. At a game expo in Japan, a man saw Tetris being shown by a company called Mirrorsoft. He believed this game could become a global hit. Mirrorsoft claimed to hold worldwide rights, but Japan had not been licensed yet, so the man bought exclusive rights to publish Tetris on all gaming platforms in Japan. When he started development, he found out that Mirrorsoft had already sold arcade rights in Japan to Sega. To protect his remaining rights, he gave in. Soon after, he visited Nintendo and showed them the cartridge version of Tetris. They were impressed. For deeper collaboration, they invited him to a branch office to see a new product, the Game Boy. He brought Tetris with him. After trying it out, they decided to bundle it with the Game Boy. The next day, he visited Mirrorsoft to buy handheld rights worldwide. But things weren't that simple. He didn't even get to name his price. Before being shown the door, to get the rights, he flew to the Soviet Union. Right after landing, he was followed. He found a translator and went to the Electronortechnica office. The mathematician who made Tetris was also there. While waiting, the man tried to buy the rights directly from him, but the creator said he had no authority to sell them. The official told him to leave and return tomorrow. The man joined the mathematician in his car. He asked to visit him. As a fan, the mathematician said a phone call would do and gave him his address. That night, the man went to visit. Meanwhile, Mirrorsoft offered a bribe to the Soviet trade official to help them get the handheld rights. On the way back to the hotel, the man was attacked. His room was also searched, but he didn't give up. The next day, he continued the negotiations. His offer shocked the Soviet officer. Mirrorsoft showed up too. The officer wanted to raise the price, but his boss told him to sign quickly. The officer signed a letter of intent. If payment was made in a week, the full contract would follow. Before leaving, the officer pulled the man aside and told him to convince Nintendo to offer even more within the valid time frame. When the man returned, he received threats. The Soviet boss beat up the officer and forced him to send a fax, telling the man to stay away. The mathematician was also forced out of his home. All this trouble because of a video game. That night, the officer found the mathematician and gave him a contract, a way to help the man again. When the man received the contract, he realized he still had a chance. He brought it to Nintendo's leadership. They decided to fight for the rights. They returned to the Soviet Union. Mirrorsoft couldn't come up with the money. In the end, the man got the global rights to Tetris for PC, arcade, console, and handheld. One day, the mathematician received a package. Inside was a new handheld console and a plane ticket to San Francisco. The man and the mathematician founded the Tetris company.